Hi guys, so today's video is going to be an update on my book, Peace and Turmoil. For those of you that are kind of newer to my channel, I wrote a book the past few years, and it came out this year, and the paperback is being released in October. And so because of that, I have a special edition book box that is going to be available with the release of the paperback. So I thought I'd give you guys some updates about that and let you know about the goodies that are going to be in the box. So just because it's the release of the paperback does not mean that is the only option. If you still want a hardback, you can still get one. You get to choose whether you want a paperback or a hardback with this special edition box. And this is what the hardback looks like. But I wanted to show this one so you guys had a size comparison. They're actually very close in size. The paperback is only a little bit smaller, but it looks so gorgeous. As is typical for paperbacks, you now have the synopsis on the back of the book, and you have, just like with the hardback, you've got the number of which book in the series it is on the spine. That will continue throughout the series. And the new thing, the thing that is different about the paperback is my name is on the spine. So that's nice. Other than that though, and being just a little bit smaller, it's still the same book. And like I said, I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. Most of you know that Jay from Captured in Words was the cover designer, but I still always want to give him recognition because he's amazing. Just did the most amazing job. And for those of you that are curious and you want to know how flexible the spine is, because I know that's kind of a big thing for readers, it is not as floppy as the Stormlight Archive floppy paperbacks. Those are the best. Those are perfect. But it actually does have pretty good flexibility. So I'm holding it at a fairly midway point in the story. So unless you really go at it, you're good. The price point will be different if you get the hardback, because of course it weighs a ton. It costs more to print that one. So then the price of the box is going to be higher. But if you're looking for the paperback, maybe prefer that, it's going to be significantly cheaper, which is nice. And the book box itself, for the pre-orders, there aren't going to be any candles for this particular one. The pre-order box is going to be specifically for art prints. So you'll get whichever copy you choose of the book, paperback or hardback, and then you will get, oh, this is the part I'm so excited. I'm so excited to tell you guys about this. I can't even talk because I'm so pumped. For the art prints, because it's a monster edition box, I wanted to make sure we had the fiend art, because in this story, there are these monsters called fiends, and I thought it would be perfect as a fall release for the paperback to do this monster edition box. So of course, the artwork is centered around the monsters, the fiends. And there is a side character in the story that everybody loves, and that side character is Syrah. She is a dragon. So there are some fiends that are totally new creatures that nobody's ever heard of, and I just, they came from my brain. And then there is a dragon, because it's fantasy, and I'm sorry, but dragons are awesome no matter what. There is a dragon. Her name is Syrah. She was by far the first round of special edition book boxes I did. Whenever somebody had to select which art print they wanted, they almost always picked her. She sold out so fast I had to immediately start ordering more art prints for Syrah. And so because of that, for this art book box that I'm doing, you are going to get the art print of Syrah from last time, and then there are 3 new art prints, one of which is a new Syrah art print. And it's the same artist who did her before, Miss Madsy. She's the one who does all of the fiend art in the book, which there's a lot of. So she did the first image. I'll go ahead and put it on the screen so you can see it. So cool. First off, just want to say this first image was amazing. And I was like, I gotta have more of this. I gotta have another Syrah art print, because it's just everybody's favorite. Everybody loves this character, and dragons are cool. Even if you don't like Syrah, dragons are awesome no matter what. So I contacted the artist again, and she's always been so pleasant to work with. I highly recommend anybody who's looking to have any artwork done, reach out to her, because she is so incredibly talented and skilled, amazing artist. So she is working on the art print for you guys, and I can show you a progress shot. So the progress shot, you can get an idea of what it's gonna look like, and it's supposed to kind of represent a specific scene, which will be more obvious once it's done. This particular scene has some of the magic in the story, you kind of see it. There's things called auroras that are these colorful little lights. Those will be in this artwork as well once it's done. And it's a very emotional scene. And for those of you that have read the book, I know that you know which scene I'm talking about. And so I'm really excited for when this is completed. But I wanted you guys to get a sneak peek of what it's currently looking like. So this is one of the 4 art prints that will be in the box. The other 2 art prints are 2 different images of the same fiend. So this particular fiend is one that shows up in the book more than once, and it's very mysterious, and even the characters have no idea what's going on every time it shows up. And it's one of my favorite fiends that shows up in the book. And the artist, it's a different artist this time around. This particular artist is incredibly talented. I'll go ahead and put up some images of theirs on the screen so you can just get an idea of their art in general. Please check them out because they have been so pleasant to work with, and they are so friendly, and oh my gosh, are they quick. They worked so fast from the time that I gave them descriptions to the time that they're like, how's this? And they gave me a progress shot. I was like, how did you already do this? This is amazing. And one of their progress shots I thought was the completed image, and I was freaking out thinking, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is so cool. And they're like, calm down, I'm not done. Basically, they didn't say that, but they sent me another one. They're like, oh yeah, I wasn't done, here's more details. And then my mind was blown because it was even more incredible. So I know I've hyped it up a lot, but that's because it's worthy of the hype. Here are the images that artist has done. It is so cool. Both of these images are so cool. One of them is kind of dark and ominous, and then the other one is got brighter colors, but because of the brighter colors, it almost makes the image even more twisted and strange seeming because this particular creature just looks so intense, and the way that they capture the different colors and everything, and they have 2 different kind of ideas of what this creature would look like, even though it's got the same main features. They just did such an amazing job. So you will be getting art prints of these as well. I'm also going to be doing a giveaway for the book, and the way the giveaway is going to work is that the winner will receive the paperback as well as the art prints, and they'll get some extra little goodies. And it's going to be different for each winner. There will be multiple winners, and you can enter here on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Instagram. Obviously, if you are entering this giveaway, there's a pretty good chance that you don't own a copy of the book yet. So when it comes to sharing a photo of it, you can share one of my pictures, or you can share one of the beautiful pictures that other people have taken. Seriously, some people have the most stunning Instagram accounts. Oh my gosh, Bookish Spren, I think is one, and Kinds of Insanity. I might be saying it slightly wrong, but those 2, oh my gosh, I will go to their profiles all the time. Just look at how pretty their Instagram profiles are. So shout out to them. But there are lots of people who have gorgeous photos. So you can either share one of mine or you can share one of theirs. And whichever you do, if you're gonna share somebody else's, you just gotta make sure you tag them. And then if you share one of mine, you just gotta make sure you tag me. So either way, you're tagging the original person who is posted the picture. And you just want to have hashtag Peace and Turmoil. And then, like I said, tag me. If you share somebody else's, still tag me so that way I can find it easily. And then you can do this in your Instagram stories if you want an additional entry. You can enter as many times as you'd like, meaning that you can share however many pictures you'd like. You don't get more entries by sharing the same exact picture on your feed. But if you come up with your own pictures, or if you're sharing any of the pictures you've seen over on Instagram, then you will get an entry every single time you do that. So the more that you post, the better your chances. You can do this on Instagram and on Twitter, and there is a chance that the same person could win on both. So like I said, the more you post, the higher your chances. To enter here on YouTube, just comment hashtag Peace and Turmoil in the comment section down below, as well as something else. And then if you are active on Instagram and or Twitter, just leave your Instagram and or Twitter handle in the comment as well. So that way, if you have posted over there, I can see that if you end up posting on every single one of these social media platforms, you get essentially an additional entry. So again, the more you post, the better your chances. For those of you who have been really supportive and have already purchased the book, or you're planning on purchasing the book and you still want to show your support somehow, still enter the giveaway, because if you already own the book and you're a giveaway winner, I'll just buy you a book of your choosing that costs the equivalent to what the book box costs. So it's still beneficial even if you've already been incredibly kind in buying the book. If you've already done that, you still have a chance of winning something, and that something is still going to be a book. It just won't be my book because you already own it. The pre-order shipping price will be $5 up until the release of the book on October 31st. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that if you pre-order the book on October 30th, then you're going to get it the next day, because I'm not Amazon. So the sooner that you pre-order it, the more likely you are to get your book by Halloween, maybe even early, because that is a benefit to me being the person, being a person sending this out and not a big company, is if you pre-order it right away, then there's a chance that you'll get it early. So just know that the pre-order price for shipping will be honored up until October 31st. But if you wait until right around that time to pre-order, you might not get your box until after that. All of the books will be signed. There will be a spot where if you want me to do some kind of custom little message or dedicate it to you or anything like that, that will be available where you purchase it on my website. You'll see the little spot where it asks for if you want any kind of custom text. And I had somebody, the cutest one that somebody asked of me was to just draw something. And I just drew a really derpy little dragon and put "Rawr, I'm a dragon." There are some candles that are going to be made, and those will be made after the release of the paperback. So for those of you who eventually would like to get some candles, that'll be an option later. The shipping price, though, will change once we're at that point, because candles are heavy and therefore shipping costs go up. I think most of you understand how that works. But just so you know, we don't have that as an option yet, but the candles, the scents are great. They're so great. As for the progress of book 2, I am going to be working a lot in getting that done so that I can have it released, fingers crossed, in December of 2020. So that's next year. And I am so excited. I'm so excited. I am really loving how book 2 is coming along. And I can't really say much else besides that, but I'm very happy with it so far. And I'll keep you updated, and be on the lookout in the new year for beta reading opportunities, potentially as soon as January. The people who will have the opportunity to read the book first are going to be patrons over at Patreon, and anybody who's a part of my sneak peek squad. And if you're interested in doing either of those things, patrons basically have to do nothing. You can pay $1 and be a patron. And then if you are over on my sneak peek squad, the idea is that you kind of help share stuff about the story in exchange for sneak peeks on everything. They get to see everything first because they're helping spread the word about the story. So if you're interested in either of those things, I'll have the sneak peek squad down below, and then I'll also have my Patreon linked. Anyway, I think I've covered just about everything that I have to chat about with all of you right now. I'm so grateful, as always, to have so many of you be so incredibly supportive and excited. It really does mean a lot, and I try to keep my channel about other books and not really talk about mine too much, because I don't want to bombard all of you. But it's really sweet when some of you are like, hey, you should talk about your book more, or like, hey, in this recommendations video, you should have recommended your book. That always is really sweet. It means a lot. I don't think I can ever express that to you. I say thanks to you guys as much as I can, but I don't know if you can just, if you can tell how important it is to me. So I want you to know it's incredibly important to me to have your support. It means so much. And anyway, I'll be done with the sappy stuff. Thank you. Again, thank you for everything. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll have all the pre-order stuff, information linked down below, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.